So hey guys, today I'm gonna talk to you about parallel, intersecting, and perpendicular lines. So what is a parallel line? A parallel line is a line that doesn't intersect or crash with each other. This line that I'm gonna do is a parallel line. Line A to B and E to F are not intersecting because they continue their own way, and infinitely they cannot connect. So what does this arrow mean? This arrow means that the line, if it has arrows on both sides, that it's gonna continue forever and forever through the whole graph. Here's another example of a parallel line. As you see, if they continue their path, they will not crash. And what does the point mean at the end of a line? It ends that the line that it's shown on the graph stops. So this could be another example of a parallel line. A point, a line, and an arrow that they will continue this way, and they could continue. So line C to D and G to H are all parallel lines because they don't crash and they don't intercept. So some examples in real life of parallel lines are train tracks. As you can see, train tracks don't crash with each other. They go always forward. In the angle of this picture it doesn't show, but if you see them from the top, they don't crash with each other. Another example is what gymnasts use to do flips and tricks. This machine looks like this. So there is a bar here and there's another bar here. So there's a bar here and here, and from the top they look like this. So that's a parallel line. So I'm writing a linear equation using point slope form. So I'm gonna find the parallel equation to 3x plus 4y equals 12. So the first step is to find the slope. So I'm gonna cross out 3x and subtract it by 3x to leave the 4y alone. So I'm gonna pass it to the other side, and that equation is gonna end up 4y minus 3x plus 12. So now that the y is almost alone, you divide it by 4. The y is now alone, but you need to divide it from the other side. So divide this by 4 too, and you will get 3 negative over 4x plus 3 equals y. So our slope would be m equals negative 3 over 4. There's a shortcut to do that method, but you need a little bit more understanding of the concept. So if the points are written in slope form, ax plus b y equals c, you will take and do the opposite. So get m equals a over b equals, now getting the points of the equation, that the equation was 3x plus 4y equals 12. I'm gonna get the 3 and the 4 and put negative 3 over 4. So that's how you would get the same answer. M equals 3 minus 4. After that, to find the point, the y-intercept, you're gonna need to label the equation. So put m equals 3 over 4, and we're gonna label the 2 points that it goes through, negative 2 and negative 2. So the points are in a x and y axis. And we don't want them to be alone in the x and y axis. So we're gonna put x1 and y1. x1, y1. After this, I'm gonna get y negative times negative 2 is equal to negative 3 over 4, and in parentheses we're gonna put x minus 1 minus 2. After this, we're gonna simplify it and get y plus 2 equals negative 3 over 4, in parentheses x over 2, and use the distributive property to multiply inside the parentheses. Now it's gonna be y plus 2 equals negative 3 over 4x minus 3 over 2. And we're gonna simplify the answer, crossing out the things and adding them to the other side to leave the y alone. So we're gonna get y equals negative 3 over 4x minus 7 over 2. So this is gonna be our y-intercept. Now we need to get the other side. So we start up with the same slope that we had, negative 3 over 2 minus 2 over 1. So here this 2 and 2. And now we're gonna get the same base. So we're able to combine them. So it's gonna be 3 over 2 minus, what is 2 times 2? 4. And what is 2 times 1? 2. So we're gonna get the same denominator, 2 and 2. So we subtract those, add them because they're both negative, and we're gonna get 7 over 2. And that's gonna be our slope, as I wrote here, that it's parallel to this equation. So the answer would be y equals 1/3 4x minus 7 2, and that's what equals y. So we're writing a linear equation using point slope to get the parallel line of 3x plus y equals 12 through the point 2 2. So now we're gonna talk about perpendicular lines. A perpendicular line is not a parallel line. A parallel line is like this. Perpendicular is like this. It has to have a 90-degree angle. This is not perpendicular. Some things are like a cross. Like the fans that go on the little houses that make wheat have perpendicular lines. So the equation, write a linear equation using point slope perpendicular through a point. I'm gonna use these numbers. So, perpendicular, this is the equation, and this is the points they're going through. Ignore the t, that means through. We're gonna use this equation to solve it, okay? So, we're gonna start isolating all the variables. So, m equals 5 over 4, because you need to switch this up. After that, you find out 3, 4, the points that go through x and y. Now you have the parts of the equation. So you're gonna put y minus 4 equals 5 equals 4 parentheses x minus parentheses 3, and there we have it. We're doing this because we cannot just do this for these 2 points. We need to do an equation for all the points. So to solve this, we cannot simplify more the y. So we simplify the other side by, okay, write it again, y minus 4 equals 5 over 4 times x plus 3, because distributing this one into here, this turns into positive, this turns into positive. Okay, so if we continue, we still have the 5 over 4, but now we need to distribute that into the parentheses of 3 plus x equals y minus 4. We distribute that, okay, and now we're gonna have 15 plus 4, 5 over 4 x equals y minus 4. We're gonna add 4 to cross this out, add 4 here. To add 4, we need to do this a fraction, so we need to put 15, 4, so this goes here, and this one makes it into a fraction, so we do 4 over 1. 4 times 4 is 8, no, 4 times 4 is 16, and 4 times 1 is 4, and we have the same base, 15, okay? So now we add them, and we have 31 over 4. We use that and put 31 over 4 plus 5 4x to keep on the equation, and there we have it. So as you can see with the original equation, y equals negative 4 minus 5 x. Now we have a completely different equation that goes perpendicular as the lines you saw. I can explain this right now. So this choose the direction, and these are the coordinates, and as you can see, 4 is on the bottom, 4 is on the top, 5 is on the bottom, 5 on the top, and they both go to the y variable, and that's how you write the equation of a perpendicular line using point slope.